imagine a man born in the shadows of society, a man who was never invited to sit at the elite's tables but knew better than anyone what happened behind polite smiles and clinking glasses. Imagine this man watching the world in silence, as if every word spoken in his presence was a buried secret, a thread leading to the darkest depths of the human soul. This man existed, and the world almost forgot him. His name was Machado de Assis. Born in 1839 on a hillside in Rio de Janeiro in a humble home, son of a wall painter and a washerwoman. He was mixed race, poor, epileptic, stuttered, and from an early age he learned to stay quiet. But his eyes, they were always open, observing, calculating, seeing far beyond appearances. He never had a formal education. He learned to read and write almost by accident while working at a printing press. Surrounded by loose pages and metal letters, young Machado discovered something that would change his life forever: books. And, with them, a voice inside him that could never be silenced. While others wrote about heroes, romance, and glory, Machado began writing about what truly matters, the part of the human being that no one wants to see, the dark part, the part that hides behind morals, faith, and good intentions. His writing evolved. He started with romantic poems and harmless tales, but soon realized the truth he carried in his eyes didn't fit in pretty stories. That's when one of literature's greatest paradoxes was born. A man who wrote with the elegance of a British noble about the collapse of reason, daily madness, and the quiet selfishness that lives inside each of us. One of his most iconic characters is Cubas, a dead man narrating his own story from beyond the grave. With sarcasm and cold detachment, Brass laughs at life, at death, at himself, and everyone around him. He doesn't repent. He doesn't feel guilt. And that's exactly what's disturbing, because Cubas is us, stripped of masks, without apologies, a spirit still clinging to vanity after death. But Machado went even deeper with Dom Casmurro, introducing Bentinho, a man consumed by the idea that his wife, Capitu, cheated on him with his best friend. There's no proof, no confession, just suspicion and a look. A sideways, enigmatic look. The rest is paranoia, obsession, madness. And that's where Machado's brilliance lies. He doesn't tell us the truth. He gives us a man's unraveling mind and lets us decide whether Capitu was guilty or if Bentinho destroyed everything on his own. Perhaps the most unsettling of all is The Psychiatrist, o Alienista, where a doctor becomes obsessed with curing madness. He opens an asylum and starts locking up everyone who shows even the slightest sign of mental instability. Eventually, he sees madness in everyone. The whole town is institutionalized, and we're left wondering who is truly insane, the patients or the doctor himself. The horror in Machado's work doesn't come from ghosts or monsters. It comes from the mind, from pride, vanity, fear, and delusion. He didn't write about the supernatural. He wrote about us, about you, about me, about the lies we tell ourselves when no one's watching. Brazil was still a slave-holding empire when Machado rose to fame. As a black man, he was never treated as an equal. Still, he became the president of the Brazilian Academy of Letters. But he never forgot where he came from, or the silence that shaped him. He saw through the hypocrisy of the elites and poured that insight into his characters. Each of them is a fractured mirror, reflecting a piece of society, and a part of ourselves we'd rather not face. For decades, the world ignored Machado de Assis. He didn't write in English. He didn't fit the European molds. But today, critics around the world recognize what he was: a dark genius, a prophet of the psyche, a literary mind who dissected madness before Freud ever published a word. Susan Sontag called him a master of irony. Harold Bloom placed him among the greatest. Borges saw him as a kindred spirit. And yet, many readers outside Brazil still don't know him. But now, you do. And once you step into Machado de Assis's haunted mind, you don't leave unchanged. His characters still whisper, his narrators still lie. His stories are still alive, as if he never left, as if he's still watching, with that quiet stare of someone who knows too much and says too little. If this story stirred something in you, if even a small part of your mind is still wandering in that literary maze, share this video. Tell us what you think. Have you read Machado? Will you now? Because the more you engage, the more YouTube will whisper our videos into the shadows of new viewers. And remember, this channel isn't just about darkness. We also believe in compassion. We support animal welfare and responsible pet ownership. We believe that those who understand human pain are also the ones who can protect the voiceless. So comment, subscribe, and come back often. Because literature can be a mirror, but in the right hands, it becomes a window to other souls, a hammer to break down walls, or a beacon shining in the middle of the darkness. And what did you see when you looked inside?